welcome back to the Jagtastic Podcast RC Update. I'm your host, Matthew Fink.
And I'm Jack Janetto, with no guests.
Not today.
No, it's a sad day.
Well, we're going to talk about some news around the school. But first, We'll start off. How's your day been, Jack?
It's not bad. It's going.
Neat. What classes did you have?
Today, I had Algebra 2 pre-trig, and we're studying for a test. First of the semester. I'm so excited. No, I'm not, but I'm getting there. It's gonna be rough.
There was a unit about, I'm sure you did this, but solving radical equations, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, in my opinion, that unit was very radical. All right, we're going to go on to our first topic of the day. The hallways are still empty. Jack, you know more about this than I do.
Okay, so let me explain. So some days, there's not a lot of room, so we go out to eat, go outside, and the benches, even when it's windy or when it was snowing, we still went out there because we're like, nowhere else to go. Doesn't really matter. We went out there, we ate for a second, and I'm like, okay, we're going to go back up to the library. And one of us, I think it was Alex or someone, decided to go buy themselves a Kickstart because for whatever reason, only one of the things works on the Kickstart machine. It's like D11 or something. All the rest don't work, if I remember correctly.
No, you can get the grape ones, I'm pretty sure.
Really? I've only been, or at least the ones we tried,
the bottom
we were only able to get one of them.
Usually works.
Yeah.
But that machine's broken a lot of the times.
It's always broken. But we look to the right. There's no security guards down there or everything, no rope, and it's just empty. But there's just silence. So okay, let's walk down. We'll go up, go to the library. We're not even gonna go sit down, and because we can't eat in the library either, so we had to eat outside, which it sucks even more. But
yeah,
we start going down. We look around, no one. I think we saw one person walking. It's just it's a waste of space.
Yeah, I will admit, even though I don't usually sit in the hallways, I sit in the lunchroom, it is weird going to either get more lunch or to a vending machine, just seeing that empty hallway. But I do see reasons why they did it, because I'm pretty sure, as you mentioned before, not in this podcast, but that people always left their trash around. Pretty sure that was one of the main reasons. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, but they never kicked out the people that would leave the trash, or at least look. JT, you'd always say, pick up your trash and everything. We're like, okay, we picked up ours. A lot of people didn't. We'll pick up whoever was around us and just forgot and went to the bathroom or whatever. And we did that. And some people, usually the people that didn't usually sit there, would just trash it and leave. Or if they were on their off period, weren't even eating lunch. And they wouldn't kick them out. In fact, they sometimes kicked us out, and we didn't even trash the place.
Yeah.
It's sort of sad.
Well, so I don't really know what else to talk about with that. Do you have anything else to say about the hallway?
It's continuing. Who knows if it'll return? Sort of sad, but
I would like for the hallways to return, because I remember being able to walk down there during lunch or anything, and it was a lively experience.
Mm-hmm.
But
a lot of faces.
You walk fast, said hi to some people, and that was that. But now you can't even really go there. But I get that, and it's probably to see the other side, just to help reduce noise too, because I don't know. You tell me more about this.
So let me just clarify the noise problem. There wasn't a lot, unless you're in the 9,000s, and even then it was only the first couple classrooms, and if they told us to be quiet, we would. It's not like we were constantly, because the same thing, if you're over by the lunchroom, then the art classrooms are going to be noisy, but they're still not that noisy.
Yeah. Okay.
It's not too big of a deal.
All right, well, as time goes on, we'll see what happens with that. But for now, we're going to go on to our next topic. I'll let Jack take this one because he's more passionate about it than I am.
Again, yeah. So pineapple and pizza, they don't belong together. Let me just start with that. But I've been writing about it, and pizza is a great food. Yeah, wouldn't you
Yeah,
agree?
I agree.
It's a great food, and you wouldn't want to ruin one of your favorite foods, right? You like your food, you like eating it, you like it the way it is. You might try something now and again, but it doesn't beat the original taste, yeah?
Yeah.
So then why would you put this tropical fruit, which by the way looks like this mini tree? I don't even know. It's spiky. Why would you put that on pizza? It's yellow. It's no, just no.
Have you ever tried pineapple on pizza, or are you just assuming this off
Uh,
of
I have.
you
I have
have?
definitely tried, and it is. Oh, it was a bad experience.
What made you hate it so much?
They just the flavors don't combine. When I think it's like apple pie for me. Why would you? So you get like, for example, I don't like a lot of fruit pies or
Really?
things like that. But when you get like an apple pie versus like a chocolate pie that's like chocolate dessert, when you think of apples, you don't really think of dessert. It's a fruit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just take a bite of an apple. Well, like that's the same thing with pineapple. You'd get it in like in the morning or at like a hotel or a fruit little
So,
basket or
do
something.
you not like apple pie either?
No, but I just
Okay.
don't like apple pie that much. That's not nearly
Alright.
as much as pineapple on pizza.
Okay.
Just referencing in between them.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, personally, I do agree that pineapple shouldn't be on a pizza because I feel like at some point when you combine too many tastes, a food can go bad.
Sensory overload. There we go. That's the
So
word.
sometimes it is nice to keep it simple with, for example, just a nice pepperoni pizza. Hey,
Hey,
pizza. Yeah.
pizza pie.
And sometimes that's just good. It depends on your preferences. Well, what do you think? Leave your answers in the comments below. We won't read them. All right. We'll go on to our next topic.
Um,
So, we have an Instagram, right? And let me make sure that I
yes.
get the
Newspaper.
handle of it
Correct.
right. And I'll just let Jack talk about it while I find the
Ooh.
page.
So, newspapers got an Instagram. I mean, they got some pretty cool stuff on there. They got pictures of kids doing their work. They got events pretty much daily, pretty much anyways. Like there's nothing happening, there's going to be less, but still. There's constant pretty much uploads to the web and Instagram. There is a Twitter by the way, but Instagram in my opinion, more people use that than Twitter. But either way, there's also a Twitter. Is it the same handle?
Yeah, so both the Instagram and Twitter is at RC Rock Media. And also, fun fact of today: today's Student Press Freedom Day. Woof, woof.
Woohoo. Yay.
Or
Let's go.
third or Wednesday the 29th of January. That's today,
Yeah.
when the day we're recording it. And it's pretty neat, especially being Colorado, with a state that allows for these or has these laws that give students more rights to
All the
report
rights.
and yeah, stuff like that. And it's nice to be able to freely
things.
speak my mind and be able to write what I want to write on
About
newspaper
pizza.
and make these podcasts about what we want to make. It's pretty
Yes.
rad, if you ask me.
Radical. Yeah,
Radical.
it's a really, really good set of laws. Which, do you know how many other states have? I know it's not like
I
all of
think
them.
Might I don't want to. I don't want to give out misinformation, so I'll just do a quick search.
Because I know it's not all of them.
Just 1 second.
Type. It's like,
what states?
because Colorado is. I know a lot of the, sort of like, I don't want to say big because I always think Colorado's in the middle and sort of small, but still, like, I think California as well and DC. But I think there's more than just those three.
Yeah, there definitely is. So it's more
Not exact number.
Yeah, it's just I don't want to.
It's all over the place.
Yeah,
No,
because
like-
this one was written in 2017. The one I just
Not accurate.
found, so we'll just. there's a lot. There's a few of the states, not all,
Yes,
but a few.
we're in one of them. That's
Well,
good.
I'm gonna start talking about our next topic, which is the Winter 1X. That's tomorrow from the day we're recording it, Thursday the 30th, and Friday the 31st. There are 5 1X talking to your child about death, which is a play about. It's kind of in the name. There's the
confusing, but good.
Philadelphia, which is about, if I'm right, it's sort of just like this upside down world, and I don't remember what's upside down about it, so go and find out.
What do you mean? Okay.
I don't know.
Upside down.
There's The Rebirth of Beautiful, which is a play about divorce and sock puppets.
Great combo.
That was fun. There's Regina Fletcher Wins the Science Fair, which is about a middle school science fair. That was pretty rad. There's and the last one is Impromptu, a play about a group of actors who have to improvise a show live in front of an audience.
Okay, so before you continue on with that, I'm still like confused about the Impromptu one. So, is the story them like doing improvisation or like improv, or do they act like it's a story and then look to the audience and ask for improv stuff?
It is scripted. It's still scripted. It's the first one. It's like them telling a story about them improvising. They don't, at least from what I watched, they don't ask. But maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. But they reference the audience. They sort of break that fourth wall.
That's cool.
It's rad. So those are tomorrow and Friday, the 30th and 31st. And also, before the show is the Theater 4 and 5 Too Much Light. That's going to be a rad
6
show.
o'clock?
6:15. Let me check that.
Wada.
1 second.
I'm pretty sure. I'll just get there by 6. You'll be fine.
Yeah.
And then you can stay after to watch your stuff.
Yeah, and the Too Much Light's sketch comedy, which is pretty rad.
I saw some of the titles for the sketch comedy stuff
I
in the
did
back. You did it? There's some weird ones.
Yeah, but
they're pretty fun.
It has been a really good experience for me as someone who normally does tech for theater to act for once. It's pretty rad and it's a fun experience. I'm actually in the Talking to Your Child About Death one.
Old man.
So, if you want to see me acting like an old man who doesn't fully understand the concept of death, come see the 1X. It's a fun time. It's a real fun time. All right, I'll let you go to the next topic, Jack.
Next one? Ooh, okay. So this sort of sounds confusing at first, but let me explain. So, a short week. We had 2 a bit ago, which were nice and all. Felt good, which it feels weird now because we don't have any more 4 weeks till Valentine's Day. But it's like a shorter week almost feels longer because you're more anticipating the longer weekend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, so you have a really small time frame too, which I mean you don't have all days, which is nice, but a really small time frame. So like, oh, it's so close, and the more you think about it, the more you think about like, oh, it's in this amount of time, and the longer the time takes. I'm just like, it's really annoying. Like I like short weeks, but at the same time they feel really long. Like, for example, I keep saying like, and it's annoying me, but this week it's a normal week.
Yes.
And for me anyways, it's been really short, like really quick compared to the past couple of weeks. Which it just seems odd because how many more short weeks do we have? We have
no idea.
We have the 2 for Valentine's sort of weekend, which is awesome, by the way. Kudos on them. I like that. But then I don't think we have pretty much any more, maybe 1 more until the end of this quarter, and we don't have a lot 4th quarter because finals.
Yeah, but 4th quarter always goes by quickly in my opinion because it's just part of March, April, then finals basically, and part of May if you really.
I guess you can say
really getting into it.
I guess you can say the same about like the last part of first semester too, though, because what
Oh yeah,
November and
first
December.
sem. Well, the thing about first semester that was wacky was that Thanksgiving break was later than usual,
Yeah,
and
but it was also a week long.
yeah, that got better. But like, since it was, I think it was a week later, so that made the break between Thanksgiving break and finals really short, which
Yes,
it
I
was
know what
kind of
you're talking about.
wacky.
That
And
was
I think there was like
confusing.
2 weeks and then finals, which is I think it's normally like 3 weeks in finals, which is a bit more time. But
Yeah, three,
regardless,
maybe 3.5.
yeah, about but I mean it turned out fine. I kind of enjoyed it because it was like you were because it was longer between fall break and Thanksgiving break, but then you didn't have to do too
Middle,
much between
just
Thanksgiving and Christmas break
yeah,
or
you had a
holiday,
sort of a
whatever.
stopping point.
Yeah, so that's neat. And now we're in January. In my opinion, one of the slower months.
Well, thank you. My birthday was only a couple days ago. It's
Well,
a pretty good month for me.
that wasn't that wasn't anything against your birthday. It was just
I feel ya. January's slow.
yeah.
It's
But
just because
I'm
it's
excited for
cold.
February, especially because the Sonic the Hedgehog movie comes out
Oh,
on
is it the
February 14th.
14th? Is that Valentine's Day?
That is in fact Valentine's Day.
Oh.
So if you're if you're going on a date with anybody, may I suggest Sonic the
Sonic.
Hedgehog? Maybe. I'm just saying, it's kind of a good idea. It's not a good idea.
Unless they're into that, in which case, go for it.
Yeah, we'll leave that one up to you. But we'll go ahead and head on to my favorite section.
Ooh.
Think, facts with Fink. Alright, let's go.
Yay.
So, fun fact number one, hunting unicorns is legal in Michigan. That's pretty neato. Rad.
Mm-hmm.
The next one, the Cookie Monster's first name is Sid.
This
Yeah,
ruined me.
Sid. I
You know, I just thought
I
it was
don't
just
I don't
Cookie
like it
Monster.
either, but it's just how it is.
It's a way of life.
And then the third one is your eyes blink around 20 times a minute. That's pretty wacky, right? That's over like 10 million times a year. And I'm guessing that I just made you blink. Wow.
Sad.
Wow, did you blink, Jack? I blinked.
Okay, I didn't blink when you said like the part, but when I read it on the paper, I'm like, I physically blinked and it made me angry. I didn't even need to say it.
Yeah, well, you expected it, so.
That's true.
Well, Jack handled the sports review.
Sports, Super Bowl,
Sports.
49ers, Kansas City.
I think
Who
the
you
49
rooting for?
I think
Honestly,
the 49ers are going to win. It's not a bias.
Ugh.
It's not, well, it is it is, but it is a bias, but
Okay.
I don't really care too much for either of the teams. Like
same.
the Patriots aren't in, so
Yay.
yeah.
Might be
So that's a
Might be
good.
interesting.
But I just think I made a prediction at the beginning of 2020 that the 49ers were going to win the Super Bowl. And so far,
Did you?
yeah, I did. So, well, what I did was me and a group of
That's
friends we made a list of all of our 2020 predictions.
That's an odd prediction.
Well, I'm almost right.
Almost. You
Maybe
never
I
know.
might be right.
Honestly, I'm just wanting Kansas City to win because I like the color red.
You know the 49ers also are red, right?
Well, yeah, but Kansas City is like bright red.
I'm pretty sure the 49ers are too.
Hold up.
Well, he's searching that up. I'll talk about unified basketball. Recently, there was a unified basketball game in the gym. I'm assuming that's what you meant when you put this
Yeah.
down on the paper. And it was pretty rad. I went to it. It was just fun to watch because so many people did come, and it was really cool to see everyone come together for a greater purpose and to encourage
Each other.
everyone into playing sports. And
It was fun to watch. At
honestly,
least.
I'm not that good at. I don't understand basketball, but I was
Sure,
I was
it's
still
fun.
having a blast.
Okay. I feel sort of like I feel sorry for myself because I see them. I'm like, wow, they're really good. They're practicing everything. Like
Yeah, but they're like
even not that
they're
exact
better than
date,
me.
but one of the other games too I went to. I'm like, man, these kids are great. And then I go ahead and I'm in the gym because I'm taking team sports because, well, I need one more credit
Yeah.
and I sort of have to. Um, and I'm just trying to shoot baskets. I'm like, man, this ain't going well. I don't know if it's just my angle or what, but those kids got mad skills.
They got skills, man.
They got
I
skills.
respect it. And then I'll let you take the next one.
Hold up. Before I take the next one, the
Did-
49ers are dark red. They're not like bright red.
they're like
I would
very
like to
similar
mention.
to the Chiefs. Yeah, start talking about the other one. Then I guess you're right.
Kansas City is like bright.
All
And they're
right.
like dark.
Yeah. I
Mm,
get it.
okay.
All right.
Anyways, winter sports. They are pretty much here. Well, they are here, and preseason for spring sports, which is exciting. So we got a lot of basketball going on, hockey, which I haven't heard much of, so I don't really know how they're doing. Swim, which I still don't know if you can go to a swim meet or not. Might be a little odd if you do.
I mean,
I don't. It might not. I don't know.
we could interview a swimmer one day.
That's true.
We'll do
We
that.
can do that.
Maybe next week.
Is only girls swimming happening right now? I thought
I
one of
have
them hasn't
no
started yet.
idea.
Exactly. So when you interview a swimmer,
All right.
that's just something to do.
And we'll just
And
segue that
That's
into the.
sports.
We'll segue that into the calendar for Friday and Saturday this weekend. So-
Not much happening.
So on this Friday the 31st, there's a girls C level game basketball, and that's versus Heritage in the jungle. Is that right?
Ooh.
The jungle, is that what? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sort of disappointed in how you said it, but
Well, I wasn't in. Okay, here. I'll next time. All right. At 5 p.m. on Friday, there's a boys sophomore basketball game at Heritage High School versus Heritage. There's also a boys JV game at Heritage at 5.
also at 5. Yeah.
There's a girls JV game versus Heritage at the Jungle.
There you go.
At 6:30 on Friday, there's a varsity game versus Heritage at Heritage, and then there's at 7 a girls varsity basketball game versus Heritage in the Jungle, and then at 7:30 there's a
You lose.
boys JV ice hockey game versus Pine. Wait, no.
Versus Pine Creek, yeah.
Why is
It's because we're all combined. That's why
okay,
it
versus
looks weird.
Pine Creek, and then at 8:30 there's varsity ice hockey, boys, and that's against Lewis Palmer.
No
and
clue
then,
who they are.
And then
but
on Saturday
win.
at 9 o'clock, there's both a boys JV wrestling tournament and a boys varsity wrestling tournament. And the JV tournament is against Chaparral, and the varsity tournament is against Westminster.
Yeah, let's go.
Westminster. And
I'd
then
also like, before you go, I'd like to mention, if you ever want to check out any of the dates or we forgot to mention something or anything, you can just check the Rock Canyon website on the main page. There's activities and sports calendars, or
yeah.
just sort of saying them.
And then, as we always do, I like to end off the podcast with a pun. So-
on a joke.
All right, here we go. I'm super friendly with 25 of the letters of the alphabet, but I just don't know why. Wow. Okay.
Oh,
That's
sorry,
another-
hold on.
That's another episode of the RC Update. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time.